Guys, today we're finally doing it. We should have done it a little sooner. Pros and cons of the Utopia of the seas.
So, let's start with the pros, I guess.
Yeah.
For us, now guys, keep in mind, these are our experiences, our opinions. It may differ from yours.
Don't come at us.
And if you do come at us, listen, comments. Just leave it in the comments.
Leave it in the comments.
And maybe I might be right about some of the things I'm saying. Maybe you might disagree. We would love to hear from you.
And you might have some information that will help us on our next cruise.
Yeah, because this was our first cruise on a new ship. Utopia of the Seas is the newest ship at this moment out there. So it was our first cruise on a new ship. So
and our first Royal Caribbean.
Yes, as well.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. So for us, the first pro was easy embarkation. Now, this may not be the case for everyone, but for us it was, because we went through a lot of hassle to get on this cruise. We missed our flight. Well, we didn't miss the flight. The flight was canceled the night before. It was put on the next day, which was the same day as the cruise. So we raced to the port and made it there within 30 minutes of the cruise leaving. So when we got there, customs was empty. The cruise line to get in was empty. They told us they were waiting for us. Yeah. So if you watched the video, our video part 1, you'll see that everything was empty. They actually told us they were waiting for us because we had called ahead. Thank God they waited.
Yes. So with that, that's another pro. We called, they actually waited. They're super friendly on the Royal Caribbean.
Great staff.
Yeah, it was great.
Another pro. But that's if you can find the number. We have to call like 100 numbers to find the number to, and actually it wasn't even the number to the port either. It was someone that was in a call center that was calling the port. So it's not like I could say, guys, call this number on the screen if you're going to be late. No, we had to jump through rings of fire in order to.
Which, cruise tip, you should really always leave a night before the cruise. Don't take your flight the day of, because stuff like that's going to happen without notice, and you're going to miss your cruise. You're going to miss it.
And ours wasn't even the day of. Ours was the day before, and we were still in trouble. So maybe take it even 2 days before, just to make sure, if you can. But let's go on to pro number 2, the ship.
Beautiful.
New.
Clean. Room was spacious, and again, new, clean. The beds were super comfy.
Super comfy. The pillows, from what I remember, super comfy. Now the ship was, it just launched in 2024 of April, I believe, and we were on it in December. Yeah. So it was like a brand new ship.
Yeah, it was immaculately clean.
The balcony, there was no, the looking outside, looking at the glass.
Super clear.
Clear. All the other ones, there was like spit and like smudges and everything. This one, crystal clear.
Yep. Yeah, and maybe it was just because I was so smitten because it was so new, but it felt wider as well.
The balcony.
Than Carnival and the MSC.
Yeah. They gave us a little footstool each that we could kind of lounge.
Lay down.
So that made it feel like it was bigger. I'm not sure, if other cruise lines have that. I know MSC didn't have it, and Carnival ships that we took did not have that.
No.
But it was a nice touch. Another nice touch, we're still on pros here. Next to the bed, electrical outlets that if you need to plug in your phone, you need to plug in whatever devices, right next to the bed, where some of the other ships, cruise lines, they're like across the bed next to where the mirror is. So you need like an extension cord sometimes, or a very long power cord to get to there. That was another pro, was having plenty of electrical outlets and USB ports for your phones to charge. Staff on point. Great staff. Everywhere, from the dining to the housekeeping. Everyone was polished. Everybody was so busy working on the ship when we got on there. Polishing everything.
Cleaning, vacuuming.
The pools.
The pools were really clean.
Spas.
I think these were some of the cleanest pools we've had.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that I actually went in, and they were crowded because there's a lot of people on this ship. It's like 5,000.
Well, it is the second largest ship in the world, slightly smaller than Icon of the Seas.
But all in all, I mean, sea days are always busy, and we got into the pool, sure crowded, but still clean.
Yeah.
I wasn't scared to go in, except there was an incident. I have to say it here. In the kids' pool, there was an incident of a child
They had an
defecating.
accident.
So we all had to evacuate quickly. They emptied out. They drained the pool right away. They were on it. They closed it off. So kudos to them to get right on it as soon as it happened.
And that means everyone that was there all went into the other pool to make it a bit busier.
That's why it was so crowded. Yeah.
On that same note, I just want to mention that as big as the ship is, and as many people as it holds, which is like over 5,700 something, I believe, I never felt that there was too many people. I never really waited in line for anything. No. In our videos, you'll see when we go down to eat at 5 o'clock that there was like a big crowd. That's the only crowd that you would see, and it moved. There was never any waiting in line for any food or anything. So as big as the ship is, I think it really it utilized its
space.
The space to kind of disperse the crowds.
Everyone out.
Yeah. And that leads to the other thing that another pro is there's so much to do on there for families,
guys,
for kids.
We did not have enough time.
No.
These are 4-day cruises.
Yeah.
We did not have enough time. So they have skating,
Laser
which
tag.
we missed because we were too late on boarding.
Because on 4 days, it's only on certain days.
Right.
That was on, I believe, the first day.
Right.
So.
There's laser tag on certain days. We did that. I thought it was gonna be a little like lame, but it was super fun.
And the laser tag is on the ice too. They put
they put a tarp,
floaty device on it.
but it was super fun. We would have done it again. Unfortunately, we couldn't because we were too late to.
It was CocoCay Day.
Yeah, so we had to get off the boat and get on the beach.
There's zip lining. There's mini putt.
The mini putt was super cute.
Really nice.
We've been on other ships where they provide putt, and it was kind of lame. But this had like interactive stations, and I think it like sort of glowed in the dark. We played at night. It was really fun.
At night, it was amazing.
Yeah.
There's rock climbing.
Yeah.
There's the shows you can go see. There's the casino. Oh, we're talking family still.
Yeah.
What else? There was an escape room on the ship. What else was there to do on the ship?
Oh my God.
So
I
much
can't
to
even
do.
think of everything, but those were the main eating.
Eating. There's so much food on the Royal Caribbean, on this ship anyways. So many food options.
We were worried because we're so used to, I mean, Carnival, as much as people say it's like a cheaper kind of trip, they provide so much in free dining and free dining options that we were like contemplating, do we go on the Royal Caribbean? There doesn't seem...
There's no Guy's Burgers there.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do?
Honestly, we could not even go to all the places and try everything, but like the Cafe Promenade, they have really cute little sandwiches, really cute little snacks. If you're going to just sit by the lounge pool, you can pick up like fruit cups, and I loved that. Then there was Central Cafe.
The Central Cafe in the Central Park had amazing chocolate chip cookies. It's in the video.
They were so good.
They were so good. And the fruit punch on the ship, that's all over the ship, fruit punch.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
For something that's free.
Yes.
Yeah.
But also I want to mention at the Central Cafe, they also have, I think it's like roast beef sandwiches that they cut in front of you.
Yes.
We didn't get to have them because, I mean, there was not enough time to try everything, but I saw it and it looked delicious. Check out our video. We also had little sandwiches from there, Italian cold cut sandwiches. Really good. Then there's also the little food truck that they have, like little snackies by the pool. There was the cantina.
Well, they have a lot of food.
They do.
All of it's covered in our other videos.
Yes,
If you want to
check
see
it out.
what's free, if you want to see the buffet the buffet options, the dining options, and the additional food options, there are 3 different videos on the channel. Check them out.
Yeah.
Moving along with the pros. Amazing adults only section. This place was like an oasis for adults.
Yeah.
It was so beautiful. Whether you wanted to sit, whether you wanted to go in the small pool, or if you wanted to go in the infinity spa,
So
it
nice.
was so nice.
Yeah.
They had clamshell chairs, loungers. So nice. It was beautiful.
It's huge.
They have a bar there. And
There's also a food option there
Yeah.
at the Solarium Cafe, I think. We didn't get to go there either. Too little time. But from what we've seen, looked so pretty. The food was a little higher end, more sophisticated for your palate.
reservations required, guys, for that.
At night, yeah.
We learned the hard way.
Yeah. But the Solarium, top notch. Really, really nice area.
Next, bro, shows. I never thought that I would get excited about a show that's in the water
Oh my God.
with people diving in. Like, how interesting could it be?
Guys,
Well, Royal Caribbean makes it interesting. And
guys, I loved that Aqua Theater show.
that was
I think that was one of the biggest highlights of my trip. I love shows already, but I was going in thinking, oh, okay, we're gonna see like, divers and them do their tricks. But no, they put on a dance show, music blaring. It was a 90s show, so that was right up our alley. Awesome.
high wire. People
Oh.
were jumping off the wires and
Into the pool, guys.
balancing and slapping the water around
Yeah,
like
it
crazy,
was
and the
so
music was
fun.
blaring. Listen, guys,
You
wanna-
got wet.
if you're in the first row,
Yeah.
my son was sitting in the first row.
was
he's
drenched.
soaking wet.
Yeah.
Do not let the kids sit there in the front with new shoes on like we did.
Yep, ruined
Be
shoes.
buying new shoes. That's all I gotta tell you.
Yeah, it was awesome. The figure skating show was really fun. Not as
Yeah.
cool as the Aqua Theater show, but still different, fun to like see what talented people are on these ships and performing. There was also really fun entertainment around.
Music. There's music all over
everywhere.
the ship.
Yeah.
For other creators out there, have fun editing your stuff.
Yeah.
Because there's music everywhere on the ship.
Yeah.
But it was all great.
Yeah.
And highly recommended the shows.
Yeah.
Last pro I'm going to give was deparcation. Was so quick.
So fast.
We had carry-ons though. Keep that in mind. We had carry-ons. I think that goes for almost every cruise line. It's quicker, obviously, when you don't have bags that.
You're waiting for
yeah,
your
that's it.
number to be called.
You just grab your bag and you get off. But this was even quicker than any other cruise line we've been on.
Yep.
It literally took us less than 10 minutes to get off the ship.
Yeah.
And I have a video on that as well, which is like 2 minutes long.
But just that's how long it took.
Yeah, customs was like a snap.
Yeah.
It was crazy how fast it was. So those are all the pros. We have a few cons.
Not many, but
Not many, but we have some.
Yeah.
Okay, one of my cons, the ship is loud. I don't know if it's because it's so big that it's got a hollow sound. So I could hear people like jumping, like kind of on their balconies, if their kids jumping on their balconies, and the sound of the balcony like came into our room.
yeah.
It was strange. We had a connecting room, first time ever. It wasn't as bad as you think it would be. Only in the morning. We were lucky because it was a family next to us, so we only heard the kids in the morning wake up. Unfortunately, they woke up every morning crying. At 7:30ish, which is acceptable.
Which is fine because our kid wakes up at that.
Yeah, not crying, but he
No.
wakes up at 7:30. But that was okay. We never heard a peep from our connecting room throughout.
After that, no.
For me, it was just the sound of the ship itself. even though it's a brand new ship,
Yeah.
it's still creaking at night. You know, when it's going through the water. I guess it's normal for a ship, but I would think a newer ship, you wouldn't hear the creaks and the cracks like you do.
Yeah.
But then again, it's the hollow sound that I heard. I heard people running above us. I heard people like next to us on the other side. And it was like, I wouldn't think I would hear this kind of noise on a new ship. It sounded very hollow, the ship.
Yeah.
But at night when you went to bed, you heard nothing. We slept like a dream. There was no noise at night. It was more in the daytime that you heard the hollow sound of people jumping everywhere.
Yeah.
So it was weird that we heard that. The first night as well, this ship was going to Bahamas for both nights. It was a 4-night cruise.
It was gunning it.
It felt like the ship was going extremely fast to get to Bahamas that night, to the point where my better half was sick.
First time.
And I was walking crooked on the ship, which almost never happens. I can keep my balance pretty well walking on a ship, but not this night. He was going really, really quick, and a few other people had said the same thing.
Yeah. A lot of people were sick that night. I can't believe I got sick.
Yeah, because you haven't been sick in like 20-something years on your first cruise.
However, could have been the weather. So who knows?
Could have been, but
maybe it did put a damper to my first night. Obviously.
Does this happen on every first night? You guys let us know. If you've taken the 4-night cruise, the first night is the ship really rocking and rolling, going quick? Please let us know in the comments, or was it just something that we experienced?
Yeah.
Another thing that we experienced that was a con was while I was on my balcony, I had the smell of weed.
As soon as we opened the door, we'd smell it.
Yeah.
So I don't know how
it was actually, it like came into our room.
Into our room, yeah.
It came into our room, and we don't smoke weed. Nothing against it. But when you're not allowed, when it's prohibited, then you shouldn't have it. How it got on the ship, I don't know, because don't they have canine dogs like on the other cruise lines that smell everybody?
Yeah.
We've been smelt up by a dog before, and passed the test, let us get on. But somehow someone was able to get on the ship with weed, with marijuana.
More than one person.
And more than one. Well, our neighbor was the one that we smelled, and it came into our room. That's how strong it was, and I was scared that our steward was going to come in and think it's us, and then so that's a con that which has nothing to do with the ship. It's who's on the ship. You know?
Well, who's on the ship and the security, really, but whatever.
Another thing for the room, talking about the room, is that the layout of the bathroom, for me, I found a bit awkward. Like, the sink was very small. Like, if I went to splash some water on my face, the sink is literally like this big. So it was hard to splash water. The commode is situated in a weird way that for larger people, you may have trouble maneuvering a little bit. I don't know. It's my experience, like I'm saying. Another thing that I really did not like was no movie night. What the heck, man? They have the big screen outside, beautiful weather, all kinds of places to sit, and there's no movie night.
We are big fans of movies.
Under the stars.
Under the stars. That's one thing Carnival has.
Yes.
One notch up above everyone, actually.
So I don't know if it's something that we just missed during our 4-day trip. If it is, please let us know in the comments. But that's a con for me. Another con, and you might think that I'm crazy.
But this is my con more than yours.
Well, I don't know. I'm pretty strong on this con too.
Yeah, the solarium. Beautiful adults only area. Beautiful. However, when you do think of it, I'm a mom. I put my kid in daycare for an hour. I go to the solarium and I can't get a tan. I mean, there's no outdoor spaces, really, for the solarium for us to tan, unless we missed it. You let us know if there was an area, but...
Because it's not retractable like you have the ships. So it's staying there. Yeah. And the sun was not coming through that frosted glass to give you a tan. So I mean, it's a small con. Bit of a con.
But I mean, if you're looking for a tan and to be away from kids,
No, this is the one that was a con for me, that people might say I'm nuts, and if I am, tell me in the comments. There's almost no place you could see the water on the ship, unless you had a balcony like we did. These newer ships, it looks like they're being geared more towards keeping the best views of the water for the restaurants, for the VIPs, for the balconies. Balconies for the VIPs. You're not able to, if you go on an older ship, you can go all around the ship and sit anywhere you want, see the front of the ship, the back of the ship, see the water anywhere. But on this ship, there was very little places that you could actually look out and see the water, and very little places that had seats that you could just sit.
Yeah.
There was like 2 places next to the, what was the twirly thing called again? That I scratched my leg in.
I thought it was fun. That's another thing that you can do on the largest slide, dry slide.
The Abyss.
The Abyss.
There was 2 seats next to the Abyss that you could sit and look out. Aside from that, there was loungers, but right in front of the loungers was people running. So it's not like you can turn and lounger around and look. You were facing the other way. You were facing the pool up on the top deck. So for me, there wasn't as much space to look out and see the ocean as other cruise ships. If I'm wrong, please let me know, and let me know what deck these views could be seen from.
Right.
Because I couldn't find them.
Nope.
And it might just be me.
Yeah.
And that was a con. Another con that I found was there was a heavy emphasis on tipping.
Extra tipping.
Extra tipping, yes. We all know we have to pay our gratuities when we get on the ship. Anything other or extra that you want to, it's at your discretion. We always extra tip.
Yes.
I don't need you, it's really like everywhere else in the world today in 2025. I was going to say 2024.
Holy heck, yeah.
It's like this in 2025, and everyone is complaining about it. Everyone wants more money, and that's fine. But when you tell me I have to give you more money, then I feel like I don't want to give you more money. So there was a big emphasis on extra tipping on this cruise, to the point where they have a channel that's based entirely on, if the staff works hard, give them an extra tip.
We know that.
I don't need you to tell me this. And when we got into our room the last night, on our bed was
an envelope.
The display for what was going on for the next day for debarkation, as well as an envelope for the tip to leave. Now, usually when you get on the ship, it's already on the desk and stuff, and I know that, and that's where we put the money. But to have it waiting for me on my pillow when I get back from supper, and to have a channel when I'm flipping through the channel at 1 a.m, and there's the cruise director, and I forget her name. She's talking about giving extra tips. No, I don't think that's right. I didn't like that. It's to my discretion, and we always give extra tips, but to have a channel on it, I think is pushing it.
You let us know.
My opinion.
Yeah.
Last thing. Last con.
Perfect day at CocoCay. Key? I think it's overrated. Honestly, there is so much stuff to do on that island, and you would think that would be a pro, but everything costs something, and there's no really beautiful places to sit on the beach.
The beach is not even that nice. The water's not even clear.
The water wasn't clear. It was murky. It wasn't, listen, I will stand by this. The MSC island will be the best.
Agreed.
I cannot express my feelings about that island enough. It's just gorgeous. Someone should just take the MSC cruise to go to their island. Yeah. However, we've been to the Carnival Island, I forgot what it was called.
I forget what that one's called.
But the Carnival
that
Island.
One's okay if you
it's
walk.
All right.
If you walk long enough, you'll find a nice stretch of beach that's quiet, and we have a video on that as well. It's a quiet beach, part of the beach, and it's clear.
Yeah, but this island was just, it was so jam-packed with in-your-face things to do. They have the biggest in-ground pool or resort pool or island pool out of all islands, which was cool. But I'm going on an island to be at the beach with some clear water. And I could not find a spot where I was like, wow, I'm taking it in. I didn't take it in at all.
No.
To the point where we stayed there, me and my son stayed in the water for a good 25 minutes, and then we walked around, saw all the stuff, went into the pool, and then I brought my son to the kids' splash pad, which I do have to say, one of the best splash pads ever.
Yes, and the food. The food
the
on
food
the
was
island
really
surprisingly was very good. The buffet food.
Yeah.
And the ice cream and the fruit punch, again, was really, really good.
But the experience...
Listen, if you want to go and pay so much to go on a cruise, to go to this private island, to go to a water park,
yeah,
be my guest to do it. If you want to go on a cruise to see the water...
especially, we're coming
it's
from...
two different things. I mean, just do it on land. Don't
Yeah.
even go on a cruise if you want to go to a water park. So to have that on there, it's like, why? There's already a water park
There's a
really
water park on the cruise.
Yeah. So I don't know.
To spend $80 to go to a theme park, basically,
Yeah. Just go to
was not
Universal
what
Studios.
it's not what I envisioned as relaxing.
You got
It wasn't
Aquatica.
relaxing.
Go to Aquatica. It's 50 something dollars on sale.
Yeah.
You don't need to go all the way to on a cruise for that.
So
Aside from that, we had a great time.
it was it really was
Yes.
a great trip.
Yes, yes.
Beautiful boat.
Watch our first video.
Yeah.
You're gonna see our faces. We did not think we were gonna make the cruise.
Yeah.
That we made it. When I got on the ship, it felt like the first time I've ever set foot on a cruise ship.
Yeah.
I was so happy and so elated.
Yeah.
So please watch the first video. It's gonna be linked here at the end. Take a look at it.
Yeah.
If you're curious about Utopia of the Seas, we had a great time.
Yes.
We highly recommend it. Highly
recommend
it. Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting us. We really appreciate it. And please leave comments of anything that you disagree with
or agree with.
down below.
Yeah.
Okay? Thanks for watching, guys, and see you later.
Bye.
Ciao.